Shehzad Poonawala, respond to what you've heard. Here is a senior diplomat served with distinction in the IFS, now a politician, says this is delinquent behavior on part of both the government and the opposition. The government accuses the Congress party of taking money from the Chinese, or being bribed by the Chinese, or being a sellout to the Chinese. And you've got the opposition which says that you are too scared to even say the C word. I mean, the Chinese are having the last laugh, Mr. Poonawala.
I always have admired and always will continue to admire how Mr. Pawan Verma wears the hat of a politician but sermonizes us like a diplomat, and that's a unique capacity he has. But having
no, he's being bipartisan. He's being bipartisan. He's saying both of you are resorting to juvenile delinquent behavior.
Rajdeep, you've had his view. You've called me for mine. Let me at least have my say. Thank you. Now, Rajdeep, I firmly believe in one of the principles of Mahabharata, which was expounded by Yudhishthir, that we may be 100 versus 5 when we are fighting with each other internally. But when there's an external threat, we are not Kauravas versus Pandavas. We are actually united, and we are 105 versus the external threat. But unfortunately, who has been doing Rajniti or Rashtaniti? And let me address a few factual facts. I don't want to go into the Congress's MOU, how they took money, how they betrayed us during Doklam. I'm not getting into all that. Let me give you some hard facts, and I hope you'll appreciate that. First of all, please tell me, the lot of virtues made out of 1962 debate in Parliament. But one will never say that how Mr. Nehru, and because Pawan Verma went there, I did not want to go to Nehru, but because Pawan Verma quoted Nehru, in 1957 the Sinkiang Tibet Road was built in Aksai Chin. It was well known, it was being reported. An MP from Parliament, in fact Brajraj ji, had asked a question in 59, but Mr. Nehru denied flatly, and his response was, no sir, don't pay attention to such news items, only to be later put out in a white paper that yes, indeed the road had been built in Aksai Chin. So is lying to Parliament something? And what was the behavior of Atal Bihari Vajpayee whenever we were facing external threats? Did he get up and say, give me the proof? But yes, when the surgical strike, and don't interrupt me, when the surgical strike was announced, not by the government of India, by the DGMO, by the way, Osama bin Laden was killed, Obama came and announced it. No Republican got up and said to Obama that Osama ki lash dikhao. But when the DGMO announces the surgical strike, what was the statement? Khoon ki dalali, surgical strike. Balakot airstrike is done. Air chief announces it. What was the statement? Proof dikhaiye. Pulwama is blamed on India, and Pakistan is given a clean. 26/11 was blamed on India. It was blamed on the RSS. This is the kind of Rajniti they do on Rashtra Suraksha. Now coming to the important point of Parliament. Now Rajdeep, you covered Parliament for a very, very long time, and Rule 186 Clause 17 of Parliament very clearly says that no issues that are of a nature and secret can be disclosed in Parliament, and therefore Mr. Chidambaram, when he made a statement on 26/11, no questions were asked, only a statement was laid. In the 210th session on 6 March 2007, when there was an Naxal attack on an MP, no discussion was taking place, only a statement was laid. In 26 November 2007, serial bomb blast in UP, 212th session, no discussion took place, only a statement is laid. 26/11, 215th session, no discussion takes place, only a statement is laid. In February 18, 2009, Sri Lanka situation, no discussion is allowed, only a statement is made. This is parliamentary procedure. But I have one question. One last question. Rajdeep, I don't want to get into tutu meme. I want to tell you what my government has done and the fundamental difference on how we are tackling China. Just like we have a different approach towards Pakistan. After 26/11, Fali Major, I think he spoke to you and said, let's attack those terror camps. The Sonia Gandhi-led, Manmohan Singh-led government did not do it. Obama and Mr. Manish Tiwari has written about it in his book. But now the fundamental difference is that when once Antony ji said that LAC par koi infrastructure nahi banana hai, today let me tell you what my government has done the last 8 years. 9 new tunnels, including the Sela tunnel where Gaurav Sawant was. 11 more tunnels have been planned. Road projects, Western Ladakh and Zanskar Valley, alternative connectivity road. DSDBO has been made as a class 70 specification. Arunachal Pradesh, 44,000 crores has been invested to make 7 advanced landing grounds, 1 greenfield airport, 3 lane lines, rail lines and roads that have been built there. By the way, Arunachal Pradesh, despite having more square kilometer area than Delhi, had lesser road connectivity. And apart from that, 22,000 temperature controlled habitats have been created for additional troops to be stationed, storage facilities for 450 tanks, the S-400 system, the Rafales have been placed there, infrastructure has been made along the Arunachal and Sikkim area as well. This is what the government has done.
So
we have fundamentally changed our approach. But I have one last question.
The problem is instead of doing what you are doing, which is putting certain facts in the public domain, some of which need to be put out, what do your most of your spokespersons in Parliament and outside do? They accuse the Congress of sleeping with the enemy. Naturally, there will be a response from the other side. At the end of the day, you can go back to 1957 and Nehru. We are in 2022. It is Mr. Modi who will have to answer why in 2020 did he go public to say not an inch of Indian territory has been ceded to the Chinese.
Because that is the truth.
No, that is not the truth.
That is
the truth on Ladakh on the ground is very different. So isn't it important for the Prime Minister also to be not to be economical with the truth? Mr. Shehzad Poonawalla, you can throw all the facts
10 seconds.
which are useful when it comes to border infrastructure, which the Modi government deserves credit for, but the Mr. Modi's government has been less than economical on the truth when it comes to Chinese movements in Ladakh. And the government of the day must come clean on it.
Rajdeep, for all practical purposes, I am representing the Modi government on this show, and let me tell you a couple of things. One, first of all, my government has not lied about any situation. In fact, has been confirmed by the armed forces. Let me tell you, in 2009 and 2013...
I'll ask my producer to pick out that exact soundbite of Mr. Modi.
All right, but let me, while your producer is doing that, here is a statement of your good friend Salman Khurshid. Incursion is like acne, it can be cured with ointment. And here's an Aaj Tak report. You want to read it? Guspet मामले में बड़ा चढ़ा रहा है मीडिया मनमोहन सिंह. This is 2009 report. In 2013 he says, घुसपैठ की खबरों पर मीडिया जरूरत से ज्यादा बढ़ा चढ़ाकर पेश कर रहा है. And in fact they had threatened filing FIRs against those who spoke about the China border issue. It has been reported in the Hindu. But I have a simple question. Rajdeep, whatever your ills, we lost the 1962 war, but you will never hear Shehzad Poonawala's party come out and say कि भारत की सेना पिटी है. We always salute the valor of our forces. What gives Rahul Gandhi the right? If he is 1 inch of a patriot, should he be saying that हम पिट के आ गए? In Galwan, in Tawang and in Doklam, in all 3 places we have demonstrated our strength and we have demonstrated it unwittingly. But to say that we got beaten and thrashed in Tawang, is that the truth?